Okay. Hello, chat. Stream is back. So, you see, what had happened so I died to the giant boss, of course, and then I went to go press the plus to up the death counter, which after I pressed it, realized was not on screen, and also that I hadn't opened it, so it wouldn't have even counted up, even if it was on screen. But when I went to press the button, I fat fingered and hit fucking airplane mode on my computer instead. And then when I turned airplane mode off, my computer just would not recognize any Wi Fi networks at all. There were none available. So I had to restart my whole fucking computer instead of reconnecting to the Wi Fi and then reconnecting the stream and just having a dip in the stream there for a second. So that's what happened. Let me make sure everything's pulled up again. Everything should be good. Here is the tier list. And then back to the game. Okay. Let us try this again, shall we? This boss seems like kind of a nightmare, I'll be honest. At least so far. Does not help that there's catapult fire raining down that like does 80 to 90% of my health. And also these guys are here from the start every time. I don't know what caused that giant head to oh cool, there goes half my health. Okay, I guess walking that far forward causes the giant head to fall. Let's see if that hits either of these giants, but I don't think it's gonna hit them. Do you think it stops them from getting through here? Do you think these two can fit through here? I don't think so, can they? Can I not fit through? Why can't I fit through here? I thought I went that way the first time. I guess I didn't. You think they can fit through here? Let's find out. I'm really hoping the answer to that question is no. I'm also not sure that that's so cool. I love that that doesn't even send me flying or anything, so it would be so easy for me to not realize that that's happened. Big fan of that, in fact. I would go so far as to say. Okay, our damage is great, though. So that's not a big issue. Like, exceptionally great damage. Ow. Cool, I wanted him to do an attack before we healed. Alright, not so bad. Not so bad, once you're not going in at half health from the start. Giant's Kinship and Giant Lord's Soul. Nice. I don't know what the Giant's Kinship does for us. I'm guessing we're going to be kicked out of this at some point. What? Oh, there's the Soul of a Giant that we needed for Ventric. I guess we're just done here then? I don't know how we go back, because before we went back by going too far into the dream. I don't know how we go back now, though. Or not the dream, the memory. But I don't know exactly how we get out of this one. Unless we can just go back to the entrance, maybe? Because it didn't seem like we could go further on the path backwards, or path of the thing. I guess we can just, we can bond, we can, what's the word? We have the feather, right? We can just feather out. Perfect. Okay, let's rank that boss. Technical issues aside, not his fault. Let's put him here in average to start. So, here's my thinking, right? He's kind of just the last giant with maybe a slightly more interesting moveset because his sword attacks are maybe a little more engaging. But then the boss room is kind of bad. so I'll just say average again. Feels like every boss in this game is sort of average. I don't know. Anyways, so that's a lot of souls. Now we can do some running around to go get the other giant souls, as well as the things we need to do to get into the Covenant to then be able to access the areas where we can go to the Dark Lurker. Let's level up first.
Bearer of the until hope has fully withered.
It's so weird that she's... I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not weird that she's all silly Billy in her animations now, but it's a little strange because she was so, like, not like that, I thought, in the beginning of the game. And once again, I mean, maybe the idea is we should be leveling, like, Attunement or something to get maybe more spell slots and have, like, some utility spell, like a utility spell equipped, but I really just don't think we need it. We can just level our equip load a little bit to eventually get to the point where we might want to put on some other armor. Okay. Let's start with the other giant souls in the Forest of the Giants. Both of which I think are closest to the Cardinal Tower. Remember when these guys took like 5+ shots to kill? Bad times, huh? 5 is maybe an exaggeration, but they didn't die in one hit like that. Alright. And then we can go into the past with this tree, which has a giant soul. And then we can go into the past in the other tree, the one that's after the Penetrator boss room, and get another one. And then that'll be 4 out of 5, and then the only other one will be behind some guys in whatever the area where the Rotten was called. That are also oh, hello. Who are you?
What are you doing here? You are not one of our soldiers.
What gives you the impression I'm not one of your soldiers?
A mercenary. Whoever you are, this is no battle to involve yourself in. Whether you are guided by bravery or brashness, this is no place for you. I am Drummond.
Drummond.
And the Lord has placed this fort in my hands. Whoever you are, I forgive your trespass. But leave this place immediately.
Look, I just need the one item and then I'll be out of your hair, Drummond.
Just mention my name, and no man will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men have not the will to resist. Soon, the giants will descend upon this fort. It is revenge for the kingdom's misguided barbarism. The venerable lord built this kingdom to bring prosperity to his subjects. What has transformed him so, I cannot imagine.
Also, we're only 10 deaths until we've caught up to Dark Souls 1.
The king crossed the seas, pillaged the land of giants, and brought back a prize.
Prize?
It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land.
Cool, bro.
The giants have wills of steel. They cannot find it within themselves to forgive the misdeeds of our Lord. Did you see him? That towering monster among them. That is most certainly their king.
Oh, the one that we killed?
He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die trying.
You tried poking him like 10 times with a rapier?
My blade may break, my arrows fall wide, but my will shall never be broken. Though Those who live by the sword will die by it. And I, Drummond, won't go down without drawing mine. Take these. I think you may just need them.
Holder of the fort. Inherit Captain Drummond's equipment.
Don't
That was just a helmet,
be gone.
but sure.
Be gone.
Can I learn your gesture? Hurrah gesture! Praying like hell. It's kind of goofy looking. He says while wearing a jester outfit, I guess, but... I don't know which of these ways we need to go to get the soul. Smooth and silky. Oh, hey man. Ow. Okay, we're good. Has thinned, but not dissipated or whatever. Does sort of make me feel like I missed something after the big giant boss, but if I missed something, I'm sure I'll be informed that I missed something that's worth going back for, but I don't. Okay. Yeah, this is a little annoying. Dealing with two of them is... Okay, it fades. Is it actually on a timer? I really don't understand how this shit works, man. I'll be 100% with you. Okay. We just need to get the soul. Worst case scenario, we can just run past these guys and pick it up. Or something. Excuse me. Lantern? Excuse me? That's so strange. Okay. Don't know why he's running away. Cool, man. Cool, man. Okay, hear me out. What if we just ignore him? Okay, I think it actually is on a timer for this one, because we're not getting the message when we get up here. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm looking for an item. Get to the top of this ladder, maybe? I don't know who that is. I hope that audio glitching is not my fault. Ow. And is just Dark Souls 2 being Dark Souls 2. This should be the... No, that's the wrong dead one. Looking for another dead giant somewhere. I don't think we can go in that water. Maybe he's up here. Oh, I think this is the spot right here. This guy right here. Nice, we got it. Inventory, get me to my feather, use my feather. Really wish we didn't need to use like life gems and stuff so that we could just have the feather equipped on our hotbar, but I don't want to accidentally menu to it during a boss. Alright. Rest to get our stuff back, and then we can go to the other one that's after the penetrator boss, right? Which is not that way, but this way. We go this way, through this door. I remember how to get to Penetrator. Or not Penetrator. I keep calling him Penetrator. Pursuer. He's the Pursuer. Penetrator is Demon Souls. I don't know why. I guess maybe he reminds me of the Penetrator. I don't know. Yeah, we did fight him in the Penetrator boss room, and this is the head from that got thrown in that area. All right. You think the cutscene's gonna be any different, or are we just gonna walk up to it and then like turn into mist or whatever? Holy shit, we turned into mist. I can't believe it. No way. I think we turn into like ash, but I have no idea. Fire. Okay. Well, let's look for our soul that we need. And then get our asses out of here. It is kind of cool that this game had the whole idea of like the traveling to the past stuff. And I guess so did Dark Souls 1, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm stupid. I was gonna say it's cool that these games did it before Sekiro did it, because they do the same sort of thing in Sekiro. But I guess so did Dark Souls 1. So it's sort of a thing they've done a bunch of times, maybe. And Old Hunters, I guess, no, that's a nightmare. It's not exactly a time travel thing. It's kind of a time travel thing, but it's not exactly a time travel thing. Excuse me, sir. Looking for a dead giant somewhere? Okay, that's not very nice of you. I must be honest. Maybe it's down here somewhere. I don't like that drop, but I think we don't have much of a choice. We can drop onto this instead. Seems more reasonable. You got it. There's my soul of a giant that I need. Let's see if we can't find anything else while we're here. Cool. I wanted to roll, and there was an invisible wall on that little shack thingy, and then he hit me, and it hurt. So. Oh, and we could have just gone straight here from not going up the stairs. Sick. What do we got over here? Large soul of a proud knight and a beware of fatty crevice. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Don't hit me on the ladder. Not in my sacred place. Come on. Oh, come on. It's just not nice of you, man. Do you have any idea how much ladders mean to me? Oh, that's what's stopping my movement. It's the goop. I just thought I was getting, like, tremors or something. A la Monster Hunter. I will say, though, these giants are really cool-looking enemies. I think they're really sick. Now, let's see if there's anything at the top of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ladder. And if not, then we will continue with our steps to getting the last soul that we need, as well as doing all the stuff we need to do for Dark Lurker. Looks like there's something down here. Okay. Good enough. Okay, so the first one for Dark Lurker, we got the first one already in Drang Lake. There's one in the gutter, which also has a giant soul, and then there's one in the Shaded Woods. Like, right before the, what was her name? The Scorpioness Najka? So technically I think the Shaded Ruins are the closest, this bonfire here. but it might be faster to go to the Pharos Lockstone area and then backtrack to the area before Scorpionus Notchka. I don't know. Because this way we have to kill some of these guys. The other way, maybe we have to do more walking. I don't remember these guys having this much health. Anyways, we gotta go this way. I don't have too many talking points. One, because I'm tired because it's kind of late. And two, because I used like all of them in the Xenoblade stream. So like if you want to hear the cool, interesting things I had to talk about today, go watch the Xenoblade streams. I promise they're fun. Today's was especially fun, I thought. Even if I was still, you know, just me. But I had a fun time regardless. Okay. So basically, this hole that we got hoodwinked by exists, but there's also another hole that's actually like hidden over here in the grass, right here or something like that. Yeah, right here. And this hole leads us to Gramps from Xenoblade 2. And then when we talk to him the third time, we can join the Covenant. And then once we've joined the Covenant, we can go through these little gates. These little things that are here. And when we get to the third one, whichever one we do third, we have to do the first, we have to do two of them, and then whenever we get to the third one, we will, okay. May we meet again. Oh, when we get to the third one of 3, then we will have the boss. Which does mean we're going to have to come back here again later. But that's totally fine. Alright, and so then we want to go to the gutter. Everybody, or not the gutter, we want to go to the Black Gulch. I don't know which of these would be easier, which of these bonfires would be easier. I think probably this one, but it's hard to say. I am gonna light the torch. It's not super dark in this area, but I think we might need it down the stairs. Also, remember that we can break these, which is part of the reason why I wanted to equip the Santier Spear for this. But basically, there is a drop-down point after, like, the second, like, worm that comes out of the wall. Bitch. Are these guys spawns random? Because there definitely were not 2 of them here the first time we did this, right? Wasn't there only 1 of these guys in this spot? I don't know. I don't remember them doing this much damage either. Zam. Bait and attack, and then just kill him. That's better. Excuse me? Do you see that hitbox? What is that, man? Okay. Maybe it would have been easier to go the other way then. I just don't remember which one is closer to the guy that we need to use as our reference point. Ow, oh my god. Come on, dude. Okay, come on, dude. So this is the first guy. Don't run away now. It's not nice of you. Okay. And here's the drop down point right here. And then this door is locked. This is where the guy is. But down here... should be a pair of giants. I think a pair of them. This is what we needed the torch for, was down here. And one of them, I think, either they're protecting the soul, one of them drops the soul or something like that, and then somehow we also get the key, like a key to that door from them. We just have to kill them, which is the hard part. Ow. Does not help that we're, you know, using a one-handed version of our rapier, which does a good bit less damage. Uh-oh. Okay, it's life gem. So I can't really see super well without being one-handed, which I don't... That is the most Dark Souls 2 hitbox I've ever seen. Excuse me, the one-handed R2 when I have the torch out is a parry and not my R2? Can somebody explain that shit to me? It's okay. Oh my god. I would maybe disagree with that hitbox, but sure. My roll? Where was my roll? Please just die, man. I'm begging you here. This guy takes more hits than most bosses do. It's kind of crazy. Here we go. And there's the key and the soul. I don't know if there's even anything else back here. So that's all the souls for Vendrick. Done. Ring of Giants and a Petrified Dragon. Okay, so let's feather back. And then, since we're right here in the area, let's try and get down to the door. Oh, wait, man, maybe we just needed the torch generally. It's kind of dark in the Black Gulch. I'm just gonna like take the poison if we get hit by it and just like let it be what it is. But I'm just gonna try and like run if we can past these guys, and it should be like right down here. Nice. Open the door. There goes the key. Perfect. These guys didn't follow me down here, did they? Okay. Talk to Gramps. Yeah, I know, they're making a lot of noise up there, man. Dark Diver Grandal. It's kind of scary.
As much as you desire. Well, is
we do need to join the Covenant in order to access these areas. Now what does... We got the... Let's see. Abyss Seal, Covenant Ring for Pilgrims of Dark. What does this just do anything? Increases strength of hexes, but reduce HP when casting. I don't need that. And then what does the giant ring that we picked up do? Just so that I know what it does. Did I miss it? Ring of Giants. Here it is. Increases poise. Okay. Well, we may as well get this one out of the way so we don't have to come back to the Black Gulch. So from my understanding, what we need to do in these is we get transported into, like, literally the abyss from Dark Souls 1, I think. And then we need to light, like, a thing at the end of it with our torch. But there's no natural way to light down here, so you need to use an item that lights your torch, which is these. And then we can go and light the torch at the end of the area. Or light the thing at the end of the area. Which perhaps, depending on how dark it is, maybe I should have... Oh, hey, who are you, man? Power stancing great hammers. Oh, there's a bunch of guys down here. Okay, how much damage does a one-handed R1 do? Okay, not a terrible amount of damage. What if we, like, tried to run past these guys and figure out where we're supposed to go and light the thing? Because I really don't want to fight these guys, because this... I can't roll, because then my shit will get... wet. Huh. Okay. And that's gonna spawn me back at the bonfire, isn't it? So then I have to come back to the Black Gulch. Yup. Okay. Alright, new plan. We're just gonna go back down there. But this time let's try to wait on lighting the torch. That's too early by a fucking millisecond. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Those souls would have been nice to burn on some life gems, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Let's try that again. Nice. Eat the poison. Nice. Okay, yeah, thank you for that. Oh, cool. Pot. I can't move past the pot. Please, can I get past these things? Oh my goodness. Good Lord. Okay, we're good. We're good. Why is it not lit? Why is it not lit? Why can't I go in? I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't... Huh? Maybe I need to have the ring for the Covenant on? I genuinely don't know what I've done wrong. Or maybe I'm just fucked because I died once? Why can't I go in? Why can't I go in? I don't know why I can't go in. I'm really confused right now. That's not good. Okay, let me quit out so I stop having to hear these fucking worms go crazy. And try loading back in and see if maybe they won't go crazy anymore. That's bad, chat. That's bad. Because obviously I haven't played Dark Souls 2 before. This is my first time. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. Other than hoping that the wiki has an answer. Okay, cool. They're going to make a bunch of sound anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us to the deer game while I figure this out. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. So apparently, if you give him a human effigy, he will reopen it for you. Beautiful. Okay. Let's try this again. Fortunately, I've not been using effigies to go human this whole game, or else maybe we'd be in a bad position. Let's pop a life gem. Okay, let's see. How dark is it in here, really? Not so dark that I can't see while doing combat. So let's just try and take these guys out sort of one by one. God, that is a lot of health, man. Oh, good, and the other one's coming up here so we can get ganked. That's just awesome, in fact. Okay, so we can't do the whole do it one by one thing. That's not gonna work. So we gotta get a little jiggy with it, I guess. This way. Since we know the other way is a dead end. Can't see. Alright, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Come on. Show me the way. Show me the way. Low and short, try fleeing. Okay, I think I need to go through that fog gate. Maybe. I guess the question is, can I get this guy to not hit me? Okay, that's not a fog wall. What is this, dude? Okay. Uh-huh. This is, interesting, I must say. Very interesting. Huh. Okay, this may take a while. This seems like ridiculously hard to me. Poison again. How many human effigies we have? 66? Well, hopefully we're not going to die 66 times to this damn area.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to do that, but of course no is the default option. This seems like a nightmare. I wonder how much of this is Scholar of the First Sin being Scholar of the First Sin, and how much of this is original Dark Souls 2's decision to do this area the way that this is. Because this seems like a nightmare to me. It would be so... I mean, if we could just aggro these guys one by one, it would be fine. The issue is that I just don't think that that is something we can do. At least not in this room we can't, obviously. We've established that. Unless... And there's like these creepy ghosts that shoot magic at us too. Cool, I'm glad that hit me. I didn't want to burn an Estus there. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, these guys didn't chase me into this room before, so maybe they still won't chase me into this room. Okay, that's progress. Let's see where this drop down gets me. Gets me to this guy who we can kill. Get a bonfire aesthetic from it. I don't see the thing here, though. What the hell? Okay. There's supposed to be a thing we need to light somewhere. So we gotta figure out where that is. Okay, alright, yep. Unless we need to have the torch lit for this, like, fog wall thing to go? Let's see if we can explore the area a little bit further. I thought it was supposed to look like a sort of a bowl thing, kind of similar to like the Lord Vessel from Dark Souls 1. Yeah, it's supposed to look like this. It's this thing right here. Okay, items. Flame butterfly. Set a light. Alright, that one should be done then, I think. I don't think there's anything more to it than that. Let's check if... Maybe what it is maybe that fog wall is there for if you do this one last, and then that becomes the boss room if you go in here. Okay, I'm gonna do this. But I'm pretty sure all we have to do is just light the 3 things. So that's that one done. Let's go see if we can try Vendrick. How about that? Let's take a break from doing these dark things and go try Vendrick. Now that we have gotten all the giant souls to make him weaker. I don't know how hard Vendrick is supposed to be after all the souls are gone. Okay. Thanks, man. Let's go find out, shall we? Alright, here we go. Activate Dark Weapon. Two-hand our rapier, and then just poke. Oh my god, that's... Okay. Okay. That's a lot of damage. And then I tried to roll the second hit, and the roll did not come out. Maybe I just pressed it at the wrong time, but that shit did not come out. Here's a question. Can we put on some better armor, maybe? And still be light rolling? It's a big fat fucking no. This shit is so heavy. We could do this. That's still... Or not light roll, medium roll. You know what I mean. Just so that we're not... Maybe, I don't know, it'll make the difference to make us not get two-shot. Like that. Because I really would rather not be getting two-shot. Also, I'm just now realizing we can... no, we did that already. I was going to say we can take... Oh, no, we can take up the Abyss Seal. We don't need this on. We need, the old Leo ring. That'll help us do more damage as well. That would be part of why we weren't doing very much damage against... Oh, no, we're still fat rolling? I thought that fat roll was 70%. Oh, but now it's 70% because we changed the freaking thing, man. Come on, dude. That's 70% exactly. That'll do. Just get me through the damn fog. Are you still chasing me? You chase me all the way over here, Dragon Rider? Please leave me alone. Thank you. Okay, we're ready. We look ready for the job, don't we? Okay, our damage should be really good. It's just a matter of not getting hit. Probably shouldn't spend that much stamina, but it's okay. I wish he was a little harder to strafe. I say as he almost kills me while he has 1 HP left. Alright, that's not so bad. As long as you don't get womboed by a move that two-shots you, you're fine. Vendrick down. Let's return to the last bonfire, and let's go to the tier list. To be honest, I really like Vendrick. I think Vendrick is, like, From what I understand about the lore, I watched a short little video about Vendrick lore-wise. And I think Vendrick's really cool. And like the way that the whole game is like building up to Vendrick being this like great king who's overcome the curse of like the hollowing and stuff. Just to finally get there and he's hollow and he's given up and he's nothing anymore is really cool. His moveset is solid. Maybe if he just like could turn around a little quicker so you couldn't just kind of like stick to his butt the whole fight, he'd be like really great. I'm gonna say let's put him in great. I think maybe if he turned around and attacked a little more frequently, he might be up there with Manus and Calamite. I think his lore is really good, but I don't think the fight is quite good enough to make up for it. I went to the wrong bonfire. Sorry, I was menuing while I was talking. I'm trying to go to the blacksmith because I want to try something, and I was gonna try it against Vendrick, and then I forgot. But now that Vendrick's dead, we can try it anyway. Also, the changing the armor literally made no difference. So let's just put our Jester's clothes back on until we can actually... I mean, just to check. I don't think we can wear the alone... No. Dude, these chest pieces are so heavy. Every single chest piece is so heavy. Let's kill these dogs real quick. And then I wanted to come back in here and talk to this guy. Not repair, upgrade... I wanted to take the Warp Sword +5. And then I wanted to infuse it with lightning, because I want to try it out now that it's actually got real damage. So let's, not the mace, just in case we need, striking damage, but I don't think we're going to. I want to try, where is it's a curved sword, so it should be up here somewhere. That's the Shotel. There's the Warp Sword. I want to try the Warp Sword out. Because it's a cool weapon. And, like, if we compare... It's got higher AR than the thrusting sword does. And it only loses, 10 counter damage. I don't know how much 10 is, or if it's, like, a percentage, or how it works exactly. But it seems to me like it might be a more fun weapon than the rapier, and so I'd be willing to give it a shot for the last stretch of the game instead of using the rapier, just to get something more interesting. And then let's do the one here. Let's see if this is faster than going to the other bonfire. I think doing the one here, I think we should do the one in Drangleic last, because it's the one next to a bonfire. And so it will be less annoying to get to. Also, I want to, before we do that, let's go back to Majula. Before we inevitably die and lose 87,000 souls. That guy had a cool chest piece. Part of me really wants to do some more fashion souling, but like I feel like I'm so committed to the damn Jester outfit, you know? Let's just keep pumping vitality for now. I don't really feel like we need more stats than anything at this point in the game. Since we've hit the hard cap on most things that matter. Once again, maybe we should be leveling the stat that I can't remember the name. Maybe we should be leveling Faith to get more out of the lightning infusions. I don't know. What would be more efficient? Excuse me, sir. Do you think the Pursuer shows up in Scorpionus Nashka's boss room like he does with the Furnace Golem, or is he just a big fan of the Furnace Golem? Seems like he's just a big fan of the Furnace Golem. Can you believe that the Pursuer hates women? Oh my god. Pursuer canceled? Pursuer is over? Alright, it feels like it's about the same amount of walking, but we have to deal with less enemies, so it's not as bad. It is more walking than the the one in the Black Gulch.
Shai na yam.
Give him a humanity. Sorry, a human effigy? What's a humanity? Wrong game. Give him an ember, maybe?
Method.
Okay, and once again, we will wait to use the flame butterfly until we know where we're going. I assume that this area is a different design than the one we were in just a minute ago. Visions of Horse, and then parry, stun, and stab required ahead. What the heck does that mean? Not here. Okay. Well, no enemies so far, but those bloodstains are not encouraging. Well, there's some enemies. There's a hole. Can't go that way, it doesn't look like. No, it's not actually a path, it's just dark in here. Ow, ow. Excuse me, gentlemen. Excuse me, gentlemen. Oh, we can't pull the damn lever because he's gonna keep zapping me with lightning, man. This is cringe. I don't know if we even need to pull the lever. Oh my god, they do so much damage. That's a hole? Okay. These areas are not great, I'll say it. It's just a bunch of NPC enemies and a ghost mage who shoots lightning bolts at you. And then we have to run back for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes is an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Alright. And it's, I mean, maybe there's a chance we can single this one out and they aggro differently than the guys in the previous area. And we can take them out one by one and make life simple. Because, like, if it was just doing a bunch of, like, NPC fights one-on-one over and over again, that'd be not as bad. The issue is that it's an NPC gank and also a mage enemy there. I'd like to apologize to Leda and her allies. For at least being a cool story moment. At least all the human effigies we've been storing up for the whole game have, like, a purpose now. Still didn't buy those life gems either. Because I'm a genius. And a professional. Okay. Because, like, the mage is already aggroed to me. He's already aggroed. Just from me stepping in the room, he gets aggroed. Okay, but I don't think the mage can fit through here. So, like, maybe there's a world where I can lead this other guy into here, and then we can fight him here. By himself. Okay, that was pretty good. I think my favorite part is that for doing that, we get 2,000 souls. Okay. Certainly seems more realistic to deal with these guys one-on-one in this location. I also like how well this seems to stagger them, the NPCs. Oh, and the thing's just right here. Okay, that makes our life easier. It also makes me really glad those guys are easy to 1v1. That's 2 down. I'm just curious what's at the bottom of the lever, though? What does the lever do, I wonder? It's a good thing I gave that a shot, or else I would have been just, like, repeatedly trying to... Okay, this is just where the boss would be, I'm guessing. Okay, let's, feather back, then. Beautiful. Easy peasy. So now we can go to Dranglake Castle. To the under Dranglake Castle bonfire. And I don't know if this guy can chase us into that room, so let's kill him before he gets a chance to. I'm thinking that he probably can't fit through this little doorway.
Na, ja. The mouth if
Give him the human effigy. It's a lot of steps to get to this boss. There's a lot of steps for one optional boss. But that's what I'm here for, so. Okay, so now we just gotta find... Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright, sure, okay. That's nice.
fine. Na, jam. The mouth if
That's real nice.
made it.
Okay. So you see, I had assumed that that was all like puddles and stuff, like in the previous two caverns, or like the first cavern we went to. How do I can't... Where can I go then? Not... Do we have to jump? Is this gonna be a jump puzzle? No, we can go this way. There is a path. I guess you can sort of follow the spikes. The spikes are like your railing, it would seem. Okay. That's fun. Small little walkway here. Oh, hey, literally Havel? How much stamina do you have, man? Oh my god, Havel! Why is it just Havel down here? Oh, good. Oh, good. And now they're all aggro. Okay. That's awesome. That's really cool. Why is Havel down here? That's just Havel! What is he doing here? Who put Havel in the abyss? Okay. These areas are not fun, I will say. I'm not getting like tilted like I was with like Shrine of Amana and the other area that I keep forgetting the name of, where we just fought Vendrick. But this is certainly like, this is kind of a funny, not fun. But it's certainly not fun. I might say. I almost just walked right off again. Okay, do you think I could lead Havel somewhere where he won't aggro everybody else? Okay, big backstab. The issue is that Havel is Havel is. And the way that Havel is that Havel... Oh my god, they gave Havel Estus? The worst part is that if we die after we kill this guy, he's gonna respawn. Like, I know that as a fact. I can almost guarantee you that shit's gonna happen. Cool. Sick. Cool. Sick. Okay, well, we killed Havel and got 2,000 souls for it. Certainly felt like a bit more of an ordeal than 2,000 souls worth, but, you know, what do I know? Alright, let's go left. And bum rush the mage. Okay, and then this guy comes over here. Okay, he just ignored my attacks, but it's alright. I'll take a backstab. Okay. Okay. Okay, there is the thing we need to light. Right here. So let's do that. And then now we just need to find the fog wall, which must be the other way. And then maybe hopefully we can first try the boss. Okay. All right. Visions of boss. All right, well, let's buff up with Dark Weapon, and then we can jump down there. I'm gonna assume we don't take fall damage. Wait, what? Huh?
Young
I don't understand.
see, you have seen what once was a great, but slowly.
Wait, what?
It is we
Wait,
may the dark.
what? This shit is so confusing. Why did, huh? Why did he not? Wait, what? How do I? Okay. Hold on. Access by joining the Covenant, lighting all 3 fires in the 3 zones, and then jumping into the hole that usually is the exit in any of the 3 maps. What did I do wrong? I lit all 3 areas, didn't I? Unless if you homeward out, does it mess it up or something? I'm so confused, man. Um... What? I'm so confused, man. Okay, hold on. You have to lead through the fucking things for them to count. So that's the... Alright, well, we gotta go do the first two again, then. Fuck me. Did not fucking realize that. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm only a little tilted. It's fine. I'll be okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that you had to leave through the intended way for it to count towards the thing. Silly me for assuming that you could just homeward bone out, I guess. This is the spot right here, right? Oh my god, Woodland Child Gully. Can you not, bro? How am I even getting invaded in this area? You killed the boss? I can't go fucking through because this invader. Are you serious, dude? Can I quit out? No, I can't quit out. You got me, man. Come on. Now we're wasting time. How long do you think it's going to take before this guy can even find me? Should I just jump off? So I don't have to wait? How am I even getting invaded? We have the thing that says I can't get invaded. Okay. Dark Souls 2 is getting to me tonight. Dark Souls 2 is really getting to me right now. Dark Souls 2 is really getting to me. Okay. Alright. Now, here's my only question is... Was that guy like a real person? Why is the fog wall back? Okay. Woodland Child Gully. This must be a not a person. Can we get them to come fight me in here? How did we not get invaded by this person when we were first here? Alright, come on in here, buddy. Let's go. Alright, thank you. Really appreciate it. I guess I get a human effigy out of it. I shouldn't be too upset. Okay. And this is still lit, so we didn't waste the effigy either. So here's the second question. The second question is, does the fire stay lit, but we need to go through the exit? Or do we need to redo, like, everything from the top, is the question. So who wants to find out? Let's step in here to hopefully get those guys to de-aggro. Fog wall's there. Maybe the fog wall goes away if you've got a torch lit? I don't know. Okay, this did not stay lit. Also, that guy did not de-aggro. It's kind of cringe. Oh my god, dude. This game is gonna make me lose it tonight. I swear to god. Alright, are you gonna come over here or are you just gonna sit there and throw fireballs? Cool. Thanks, rolling attack for going exactly the direction I wanted it to go. Alright, can we come over here or something so that I can't see? I still can't see? It's okay. Yeah, and then roll back to the ledge. Goodbye. Good riddance. Okay. Then we can use a flame butterfly. Light this. Which should open the fog path. Really, unfortunately, we did this wrong, and now we're doing the longest run back last. That fog wall still looks really there, though. Am I crazy? Why is that still there? Unless I gotta kill all the NPCs in here to get rid of it. Which is not something that I particularly want to do, might I add. It's okay, we can kill that guy. We cannot go back up, and now we're getting pounded by the Hammerman. That's fine, just go. Can I go? Why can't I go? Why can't I go? Why can't I go, man? Why can't I go? This area is nothing but riddles that don't make any sense. It's just a bunch, it's like, it's just FromSoft quest design at its worst, is this whole section. Okay, let's just loop around. Sick. Do you think this nightmare ends at some point, or like... You don't think I have to kill all of the guys, do you? Do you think that's why the thing opened on the other one? I suppose I can check the wiki again and find out, but I really hope that's not the case. But that might be the solution, is killing every single NPC. Okay, let me look at what I'm supposed to do then. This shit sucks. How do I... Okay, let's see. We're in the... And this is the one in the Black Gulch. 6 enemies. Why is it not... I have no clue why it's not open. I genuinely do not understand. It doesn't... This is so... I'm getting so tilted at this FromSoft Quest 9 bullshit. Okay. Old... Sorry, this is the Dark Chasm of Old. Chasm of Old. Fog wall not disappearing after lighting the thing. I make the fog wall disappear? You have to kill all the invaders. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Sure. Sure, man. And he's gonna fucking... Yup. This area rules, man. I guess now I'm a little less sad that we saved the one in the other... Oh my god. No, dude! Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. I don't know how much more of this shit I have in me tonight. I'll be real to you. This section is kind of really wearing me down right now. Okay. Like I was trying to say, I'm glad that we saved the other one then for last, because that one only has 3 NPCs, and we have established already that those NPCs can be baited and we can fight them one by one, whereas this area is unlike that area and is instead a fucking nightmare. So let's be thankful we didn't save this one for last instead, because that would have made me very sad. Very sad indeed. Cool, nice backstab. How come when the NPC does an R1, they get to turn 90 degrees, and when after a roll, and when I do a rolling R1, I can't turn it all? I just want to have an answer to that question. Miyazaki. Miyazaki didn't make this game. I can't even blame it on him. Dude, does this guy ever run out of stamina? And then he gets a free roll every time he gets hit? And we have to kill 3 of this guy? Okay. 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 All right. It's just not fun. I don't know. There's just nothing about this that's fun. I want to fight this boss, but this is really not fun. Remember how earlier I was saying I wasn't getting tilted by this? That was before I realized I had to kill all the NPCs. And that they respawn every time. And that this one has, like, 8 NPCs in it. Let's try the rapier. At least we've established that we are capable of baiting this guy out by himself, and then it's just him, and we don't have to worry about anybody else. Oh, so he doesn't get a free roll if he gets hit by a rapier R2, because why wouldn't thrusting swords be the best weapon in the game? What is that, man? That's crazy. Who else up thrusting they sword, you know what I'm saying? Nice plunging attack. Okay, Okay, I thought there was another one of these hammer guys over here. I guess I'm mistaken. I also don't know why the audio keeps glitching. I don't know if that's my OBS doing the thing that it used to do, or if it's just this area in Dark Souls 2 being weird. I have no idea. Okay, turns out the thrusting sword is the solution to all problems ever conceived by man or machine. So let's kill all the NPCs first, and then we can light the thing, so we don't waste a flame butterfly. Alright, unfortunately we do now have to deal with both of these guys. I can't roll, because I'm out of stam. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, you motherfucker. Please, 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 please. I'm stuck on a ledge, dude. Come on. Come on. Come on. This stream has gotten 2 views while I've been suffering, and they're not here, which means they saw me suffering and then left instead of sending any words of encouragement. Shoutouts to those chat members, whoever they were. Love you guys. Thanks for clicking on the stream and then clicking off. Hopefully it does something good for my engagement instead of making it even worse than it already is. Okay. Okay. I need these guys to separate again. Oh, cool. That time he just didn't get stunned, so it's inconsistent. That's good to know. Okay, and the fireball guy's about to throw fireballs at me. Like so. Bro thinks he's Fire Fist Ace. He wishes he was that cool. He wishes he had some of that Port Gas DA swag, you know what I'm saying? Okay, thrusting swords are the remedy to every disease. Thrusting swords are the remedy to everything. To everything and anything. Ugh. I hope you've enjoyed this VOD, Cody. Shoutouts to when we were doing the Vendrick and the giant stuff. That shit was cool. This shit's not as cool. Okay, but this is gonna be 2. And then we should have the quote-unquote easiest one left. So then we drop into the abyss. And we don't go into a boss because we have not done the 3rd one yet. And then we can level up the Covenant again. I thought we leveled up the Covenant from doing that, but I guess not. Which is hopefully means we didn't do anything wrong. It makes me a little worried, but... Okay. Let me quickly check my phone. I noticed I had a notification, but I didn't look at it. Okay. It was nothing even close to important. Alright. So then... Back here again? Ugh. Sick John Halo reference on our death counter, by the way. We are now currently tied with Dark Souls 1, unless, of course, I forgot to count a death during this, which, my bad if I did. Which means that, should we die one more time, which, of course, will not happen. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. Could you imagine us dying one more time in this game? That'd be insane. If we die one more time, this is now the most deaths in the marathon. But considering that this has been a completely blind playthrough of Dark Souls 2, I would say that our death count is pretty good. For, like, I would consider myself an above-average Souls player. I wouldn't say I'm great, but I would say I'm above average. Because I think the average Souls player doesn't even finish the games because they're hard, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not an elitist. The only thing I'm an elitist about is if you've like only watched a live action adaptation of an anime and not the original. That's like the only thing I would be truly elitist about. Which reminds me, I don't know, I haven't been watching it obviously because I've heard it's terrible and it looks terrible and it looks to me like maybe a Death Note 2.0, but there's an adaptation coming out right now, I think, of Kakegurui, which I've never watched but was really popular like God, like 7 years ago or some shit at this point. Because it was definitely before 2020. It was popular back when I was much younger, and I never watched it. But it's like the horny gambling show. You know the one. It was really popular at the time. I remember when... man, it must have been... Oh, man, it must be even older than I'm thinking, because I remember seeing cosplays of it at the last convention I went to. I would love to go to a convention again, dude. Anime cons are so fun. I had such a wonderful time at the one that I went to. We went twice. First year we went was fun. Second year was even more fun because I went and cosplayed, which was awesome. I would love to do that again. Anyways, the point is that I've seen that... Oh my god, why did they get all aggroed at the same time this time? What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? Please die. Please die. Thank you. Back up. Heal. Alright, now... Archer, you're next. Oh my god, dude. Come on. Also, I thought that this mage couldn't fit through that hallway. He couldn't fit through that hallway last time we were here. He just, like, stood there. Sick, dude. Oh, and you have another Estus. You have more than one Estus. That's awesome. Would you be, like, willing to come up this hallway so that I don't have to deal with this stupid spirit anymore? Come on, buddy. Anyways, I saw doing the rounds on Twitter a clip from the show where, so from my understanding, in the new live-action show, they've, like, Death Note-esqued it, where it's, like, not... That scared the shit out of me. It's not, like, a Japanese high school or anything. It's just, like, an American setting, because of fucking course it is. And then the, I think there's some of the characters are Japanese. Like, the main girl is still Japanese, but it's not in Japan. Because I saw a clip going around that is hilarious, but also awful and terrible writing. And no good, very bad. But it's a clip where the main girl says, like, back in Japan, they call me by a different name. Kakegurui, which is so stupid. So very dumb and so funny. And I feel so bad for Kakegurui fans. But I don't even know if Kakegurui is, like, actually good. My understanding of it was that it was, like, a horny show. It was, like, a gooner show. I could be mistaken on that. You know, I'm not an expert. I really don't like how much damage that shit just did to me. This way. Walk onto the sword. It's got short range, so I can press the button a little bit earlier than you might expect. Okay. We should be all set to... Oh, I didn't think that that was the pit. I thought there was more to go there. Well, here's the boss room. It's dark weapon now, I guess. And then hope we don't get shot by a projectile. I was in the middle of saying... what you doing, buddy? You're firing your laser. is that? What are those? What are they gonna do? Oh my god, what? Okay, that's a lot of damage. Holy shit. Okay, can we not with the going up in the sky thing? Wow, that hit me still. Okay. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay, gotcha. That move is an explosion centered on the Dark Lurker. Heal again? Okay, this shit scares me so much. Okay, what does that do? How many of those do you do? Just the one or two? Dark Souls 2 hitboxes, man? What? Oh my god. Oh, you gotta be trolling my ass, dude. Okay, I didn't see the second one, so I thought there weren't two anymore. Just not the case. This is tough. Okay, cool. Let's pop these life gems before we get attacked by something else. Sick. 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 Get some damage in here. Perfect. Avoid the laser. What is he casting? Okay, just a soul arrow. That's fine. The other one's about to explode, I thought. No, he's just teleporting. Okay. What are they both doing? He's casting the fireballs. I don't know if they reach this far. Okay, they sure do. And they two-shot me. I thought he shot them at a triple angle. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Okay. Gotcha. That is tough, but not impossible. The part that sucks is the run back. Question, can we access the box from here? Yes. Oh, how do I... Oh, I thought I had excess life gems in the box. I do not. Okay. Alright, well, let's run back again. Man, you've got to do the whole thing every time, huh? Dark Souls 2 just keeps one-upping itself on the runbacks, you know? It's really impressive, actually. I mean, this might be the new worst one after beating out Executioner's Chariot. At least this boss is cool, unlike Executioner's Chariot. Wow, okay. Gotcha. That's a lot to keep track of. There's also a world where maybe I should have just stuck with the rapier there instead of switching to the warp sword. But the warp sword was doing good damage. Go down here. Hello, Gramps, Xenoblade 2.
There is more dark.
Please take my human effigy. It's just for you. Alright, see you later, Gramps, Xenoblade 2. Hopefully I don't need to talk to you again. Then again, I think after you kill this, you finish his Covenant, and he gives you, like, the best hex casting tool, which technically, I guess, would be slightly better than the thing we're using to cast our Dark Weapon, but I don't know that it really matters in the grand scheme of things. So let's see if we can do this without aggroing the whole trio again. Interesting. So we don't have to relight the fire. That's good to know. Is Is that guy coming towards us or not? They're just sort of standing there menacingly. Okay. Okay, can I just get just you? Yeah, perfect. Now, stop with the zaps. Stop zippy zapping my bones. You creature. La criatura. Okay, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. That hurts, that hurts, that hurts. Gotta remember this guy has 2 knives, so he's... Well, he's dead, is what he is. I was gonna say he's faster up close to me, but I can outrange him. Dark Souls 2 hitboxes, I guess. So I can just sort of, you know, stab him from afar, and then he'll walk on the knife, trying to get up to me to use his little knives. Bowman should be less of a problem. But he was just gonna roll into the hole there for a second. Okay, come on, man. Could you imagine if we had done this the way that I was originally planning to do it, and we ended up having to fight Havel every single time? Oh, God. That would have been rough. Alright. How are we doing on time? I don't have too much time that I feel comfortable with left. But hopefully we can kill Dark Lurker this attempt. We were pretty close last attempt. I just needed to play a teensy bit better. I don't know if it actually will save that I sent that up, but let's send that back up. Just to save us a little bit of extra time on future attempts. Okay. And then this time we only burned 2 or 3 life gems instead of burning all of our Estus, which in this instance I think is a little more useful, just based on the amount of damage that Dark Lurker does. The Estus gets us back topped up a little bit faster, since it heals about half our HP pretty quickly now, with the amount of upgrades that it has. Okay, starting with that. Can he hit you from... The answer to that question is yes. He can hit you from there when he's doing that move. Okay, so that is like the single most dangerous move that he has. And we have to completely respect it 1000%, or else we die instantaneously. Because it 2-shots us, and if we get hit by one of them, we're basically guaranteed to get hit by a second one. So, good to know. I also noticed in that 3 seconds we fought the boss, that the rapier with the lock-on missed one of the attacks. So I think we're going to stick to the warped sword for the boss. Okay. But there's a very real chance that we're going to have to pick this up next stream. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Shout out to the chat member who was here a second ago and is no longer here. He could have typed something and said something encouraging. He could have said, "You got this." Okay. But I think I've got maybe 1 or 2 more tries at this in me tonight before I have to call it. Both because I'm tired and 2 because I need to get rest for tomorrow. But tomorrow's only Thursday, so I will have plenty of more time to play Dark Souls throughout this week because I'm going to have a bunch of free time after tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow morning is the big deadline, or my first, my only real deadline left for a while. Until I've got a bunch of deadlines in a few weeks from now. Okay, did that aggro anybody? No, just the ghost. My voice is like cracking. I'm so teared up from this video game. Okay, well, let's just wait for the ghost to get here, shall we? Anyways, in between this stream and the Xenoblade stream, there was another shitty Randy Pitchford tweet where he said some bullshit. I think Devolver Digital made a banger post where they like called out the price on Borderlands 4 being terrible, and how their new game that's sort of like semi-inspired by Borderlands costs like a third of the amount or like a fourth of the amount, and you could buy like 4 of them or something for one Borderlands 4. And then he made some demeaning comment about the work of an indie developer, and so now even more people are on his ass. And then like on top of that, you gotta feel somewhat bad for like the dev team who like probably put a decent amount of work into making Borderlands 4 like good and worthwhile, and then their CEO won't stop saying mean-spirited evil bullshit, and so now nobody wants to buy their game anymore. And so when inevitably Borderlands 4 maybe doesn't do so well, the CEO is then going to get to fire all those people who made the game instead of taking anything for himself, any accountability for the shit he's saying. This is the second time I've complained about capitalism today on stream. Shouts to the Xenoblade stream. Go check it out if you want to hear more about me complaining about CEOs and talking about the future of the video games industry. Oh, here's something. Here's a topic I hadn't... Oh my god, please stop. Every time I want to start talking, one of these stupid NPCs does a wombo combo on me and I can't talk anymore because I have to lock in. Anyways, in between the Xenoblade stream and this stream, I don't know how much press got released. I only saw the one video that I watched. It was 10 minutes or so. But I'm imagining there's probably other content creators that are putting out stuff as well. But there was a preview for the Lies of P DLC that's supposed to come out later this year. And it looks fucking awesome. It looks so cool. They showcased gameplay of one area, which is the Krot Zoo, and it's like covered in, I forget what the affliction is called in Lies of P, the one that makes you blue, the blue goober disease from Lies of P. It's like the whole zoo is like run over with animals that are affected by the blue goo, with the boss at the end being this like enormous alligator monster, which is super cool. And they showcase like a bunch of weapons and stuff and some new arms that all look really, really cool. There's like one arm that's like a shotgun, one that shoots out these like buzzsaw discs. There was like a weapon that looked like two like pinwheel, like a weapon head. There was like two pinwheels almost. And it worked kind of like the whirligig saw as a weapon head, which is hilarious. Although it not, I mean, there's already kind of a whirligig saw in Lies of P with the like bolt cutter like weapon. I don't know what it's called, but there's a pizza cutter in that game, but it doesn't work like the whirligig saw does necessarily. It works sort of uniquely. All right, unless I see the red sun over paradise, we're good to like chill. That's the red sun over paradise. What am I doing? Okay. You can get kind of greedy with that shit. Let's go for like 2 hits here and then back away. Okay, beautiful. Alright, I really thought he was gonna go into... What is that? What? What is that hitbox? That hitbox lingers for so long. What is that? Oh, bummer, dude. Bummer. Okay. I counted the death, I think. I wasn't paying enough attention, to be honest with you. Alright, well. Time for the 10-minute walk of shame again. Anyways, Lies of P's DLC looks really, 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 really good. I'm super excited about it. The area they showed off, they also showed off some stuff. There's also like a just straight up Squall's Gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII that has like a bunch of different like gunshot attacks and like allows you to like move. Like you can do like a gunshot blast that like launches you backwards to get away from an enemy, and then there's a different one that like launches you forward to get back close to the enemy, which is really sick. I'm trying to remember, there was one other, there was also like a weapon handle that had like a flamethrower built into the handle, and you could like hold the weapon forward and like burn fire out, similar to the arm that does a similar thing, which is super cool looking. I'm super excited about it because Lies of P was like my favorite game that came out that year. I guess that's what, 2 years ago now almost when Lies of P came out, which is crazy to think about. But that game's so good. And the new stuff they're showing off. They also, apparently there's like some sort of boss rush mode apparently that the DLC is adding, which sounds cool. But really, I'm just looking forward to an excuse to play Lies of P again. Because I wanted to platinum that game back when it came out, but then in order to platinum it, you needed to do 2 playthroughs. And I messed up one side quest on my blind playthrough, which ended up making it so that if I wanted to platinum it, I would have had to do 3 playthroughs instead of 2. And I wasn't in the mood to do a second playthrough and then a whole New Game Plus playthrough. Oh my god, dude, come on. I hate this. Why is this the way that this is, man? Who I want to have a talk with John Dark Souls 2 about this area. This is the easiest one. Imagine if we had to do the one in the freaking Black Gulch every time we died to Dark Lurker. This would be hell. I'd like to apologize to Seath the Scalix Runback, since we beat him first try. Because this is so much... This is worse. Like, at least with the other... The Warrior... The Executioner's Chariot run back, there was at least, like, the possibility you could get in without killing all the guys. If you just got lucky enough and they didn't attack you with the fog gate. But being the only run back... Excuse me, sorry. The only run back I can think of in this series where you are forced to kill all the enemies in the area every time to make the fog wall enterable. And then those enemies include a bunch of NPCs that you have to fight is certainly an interesting idea. What the audio just cut out? What the hell's going on? I swear, am I gonna have to restart the fucking stream again tonight? Are you serious? You gotta be fucking with me, man. You have got to be actually fucking with me. Oh my god. You cannot be serious. Okay. I'm gonna try something real quick. It's gonna make my Fugi disappear from the screen, but that's okay. Why is this happening to me? This is the second tech issue on this Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is like affecting the real world to try and stop me from having fun with the game at this point. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I guess that means that the audio issues we've been having throughout the stream were related to this same issue that I thought I had completely fixed. Dude, you cannot be serious. Okay, well, there's no way for me to get the audio back without restarting OBS, which means restarting the whole game. Or not restarting the whole game, means restarting the whole fucking stream. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one last attempt at the boss with no audio. And then if we die, I'm going to end the stream. And if we beat him, then I'm going to end the stream. How does that sound, chat? Does that sound good? That sounds agreeable to me. Upsetting though it may be to me. But since clearly nothing can go right on this stream today, except for killing Vendrick, I guess, second try, which was nice. I think the tech issues are just going to be the death of this stream, so. Okay. I think that's the big explosion. This might also make it harder to hear when the second Dark Lurker spawns. That was what happened on the last run. I kept, like, the whole time I was, like, expecting him to spawn in the second Dark Lurker, and then he just never did. And so then I died because I was, like, greeting to try and get him to spawn the second one. A la, like, Pontiff, where you can, like, wail on him when he's spawning the clone. And then he just never did it. Okay, that's the soul arrow. I thought that was a different attack. Alright. Dodge this. Okay, that's... So that looks like the exact... So this time, he spawned the clone at above half health. Last time, he didn't spawn the clone when he was below half health. Which feels a little unfair to me. In the sense that I was doing... I don't know if I agree with that hitbox, but okay. It's fine, we can heal. Okay. I really wanted to lock on the one that was landing, and then it locked... and then they both did the fucking explosion. Okay. Alright. Cool, I guess. Alright, well that's a really sad and depressing way to end the stream, is on losing to a boss again, because he's hard, and has a ridiculously fucking long run back, and not being able to continue because my audio fucking broke, and I can't do anything about it. So... let me take us to the... I guess I can bring the Fugi back, because doing the thing that would have gotten rid of it didn't fix it. So there's the Fugi. Thanks for hanging out throughout the tech issues. Whoever you were, mysterious people in the chat who keep popping in and out. I appreciate it, even if I'm sad about it. We will pick up next Dark Souls 2 stream with trying to beat Dark Lurker. But this is, I think, pretty easily the hardest boss we've fought so far, because he doesn't die in 2 hits. He 2-shots me and spawns a clone of himself. So, thanks for hanging out. I really wish that we could avoid the tech issues, and hopefully next stream there will not be any tech issues and things will go just fine. So, thanks for hanging out. Cheers. Oh, and, well, no, that's not the... cheers is not how I end these streams. The way I end these streams is don't you dare go hollow. That's better. That's more like it.